Well, good afternoon. It's 3 o'clock on Tuesday, February 23rd, and I'm excited to be with you here today live on Tree Talk. This is our first edition of Tree Talk, our first episode. So I'm Scott Tardy. I'm here with Lisa Tyversky, and we are part of the Glenner Memory Care Centers, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we're dedicated to specialized care of Alzheimer's and dementia, certainly adult day health care, and also providing resources to families that have or are going through the journey of Alzheimer's and dementia and facing the struggle. So, Lisa, it's our first show.
Yeah, here we go. We're doing it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it.
We're here right now.
We're committed. It's happening.
That's right. That's right. We're right here. We're right now. Producer Amber is here with us. You can't see her. She's off camera. And I feel like there's this bright light.
She's not allowed to make faces.
No faces.
She's not allowed to make
faces at all. I feel like there's this bright light behind me. So I don't know if that's it's just glaring.
It's a halo.
It's some kind of a beam. So.
It's kind of funny. Let's just leave it there.
All right, we'll leave it this way. So we are excited to be with you today. One of the things that we talked about in developing this show is trying to figure out how to keep things, certainly dealing with serious situations, right, with issues facing older adults and aging, and at the same time trying to make sure that we are keeping it light, right?
Yeah, I think the goal of this show is really, I call it our virtual newsletter. So rather than sending out a newsletter every week, we're doing a live broadcast, and our newsletter will be made up of, or our virtual newsletter will be made up of information of your choosing. So we hope that during this broadcast and future broadcasts that you please comment and please let us know what you want to hear, and we will tailor it to that.
Absolutely. And we have some viewers right now, so welcome and thank you for joining us. And we're definitely looking for the comments and feedback during this program. Again, we're dedicating these programs specifically to having and addressing issues that are facing older adults and seniors. And of course, as an organization that is dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia on a daily basis, we want to provide resources, we want to provide information. We are located in San Diego County, but I think from a viewership standpoint, nationally, internationally, we want to be able to provide some good resources as well. So again, feel free to comment, feel free to provide us some information. I want to give you a few resources right now. You can go to our website, which is glenner.org, which is GLENNER.org. We have a 1-800 number, so I'm going to give you that as well. That can be used as a resource line. That can be used as various different kind of an opportunity to contact us directly, and that's 800-736-6674. Again, 1-800-736-6674. So that's an opportunity for you to call us on the 1-800 line and we can provide information for you as well as there. We actually have an email, right? We have an email which is treetalk@glenner.org. Again, that's treetalk@glenner.org.
Should we discuss the name Tree Talk?
We sure can.
Let's talk about the Tree Talk.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're going to be Tree Talk. We're going to be talk to the tree, talk with the tree,
talk from the tree,
talk from the tree.
That's right.
So, but we decided on Tree Talk.
I think
it's really cute because our logo. When you go to our website, you'll see that our logo is a tree.
There you go. There you go.
So I think it's good.
This is a format that we want to be interactive, like Lisa said. So give us your feedback. We want you to have information on a weekly basis that's valuable. I mean, that's really what the bottom line is.
Scott, what you said about the resource line is, as Scott said, we do provide adult daycare for individuals with dementia, but we are also where we pride ourselves on being a resource to the community for whether it be assisted living, memory care, home care agencies, hospice. If you just don't know where to turn, call our 800 number and we can point you in the right direction.
That's it. That's really
That's it. We're done.
That's the end of the show. Thank you very much for being here. Yeah. So that's really the background of the organization. And each week we'll probably spend just a little less amount of time just giving you just a background. We hope to develop a solid set of viewers, and then certainly we would like to see people tweeting about us and liking us and commenting and sharing.
Get the conversation going on Facebook, because if it's something that you're worried about, chances are someone else is worried about it.
That's right.
Myself, just if I could tell my backstory a little bit, is I was a caregiver for my mom, had Alzheimer's disease, and I know when I was going through it and wasn't working in this industry as a caregiver, you really don't know where to turn, and you're so stressed and upset anyway, so
right.
you really need you need information, and you need a place to turn. So
and that's what we're here to do. So I appreciate Lisa sharing that with us, and it's obviously certainly a personal situation, but at the same time one that kind of drives her passion and certainly my passion as well to get this information out. So we're going to drop right in and talk about an issue. Right off the bat, we call it our issue of the day, and there was a situation here in San Diego County that had to do with a 91-year-old woman that was sadly a sad situation. She mistook the accelerator essentially for the brake. Yeah. So and ended up backing into an individual, and this individual was I think in her mid-40s.
45-year-old mom. Yeah. Terrible story.
And we posted this link to this news article on our Facebook page, and we had some comments, and Lisa's going to get into that. And just the framework is that this happened really last year, right? October of 2014, I think it was 2014, and essentially what happened was after this individual passed away after being hit. Fast forward now, and there's a lawsuit
suing the doctor, for claiming that he should have basically taken her off the road.
Taken away the
away the license.
And I think we Lisa and I were talking about prior that the issue was reporting it to the DMV. That was the attorney for the family is saying that the doctor for this 91-year-old woman knew that she shouldn't
be driving. She had conditions. What do you have the conditions?
I do have the conditions here.
Shouldn't have been driving.
And essentially what it is that California Health Code requires that caregivers report patients with disorders that could be characterized by lapse of consciousness. And so essentially this is what the family is asserting, and the attorney is asserting, that this individual was unfit to drive and that she had some debilitating conditions, including diabetes, neuropathy, and reported losing spatial awareness.
So the question is, who was at fault for that?
That's correct.
Was the doctor at fault? Should her family have known better? Should she have taken herself off the road? I mean, that's really the point of discussion, I think.
That's absolutely right. Yeah. So that's really what's driving this issue. We've seen some comments on Facebook already, and I think the conversation is one that really requires a lot of analysis, right, Lisa? I mean, the question then becomes, who is responsible even prior to? Were there individuals that knew that this individual was struggling, or maybe there was no signs? I mean, I certainly don't know the background enough to know whether or not, but what issues there were. But the reality is it's a conversation that is happening.
Well, yeah, and you wonder. I mean, how many times a year did this woman go see the doctor? Once a year? Would it be maybe more her family that's responsible? Like I said, I mean, is it somebody that sees her every day that would be responsible? I mean, I don't know. I guess it just depends on your perspective and your.
That's right.
Like if you're the family, first of all, you would definitely want somebody to blame it on, and you would want, because you're so upset. I'm sure that they believe the doctor definitely should.
Yeah, they want to hold somebody accountable.
Want to hold someone accountable.
They certainly, and our thoughts and prayers go out to that family, obviously dealing with a loss. But for purposes of our show, it brings up a discussion about, how potentially old is too old to drive. Is that even a discussion that we?
Or is it age, or is it illness? I mean,
that's
you
correct.
might have someone that's 91. There's no problem with driving.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, how do you make the call? I don't know.
And we want to hear
we want to know what you think.
That's right. That's exactly right. We want to know what you want. We want to ask the question.
This is not an answer show. This is an information show.
That's right.
We never said we had all the answers.
We don't have every answer. We just have.
We just want to bring up pertinent subject matter.
That's right.
And start the conversation.
And we want to have takeaways. I think one of the things is that from a statistical standpoint, we know that there are many older adults on the road. I had pulled up some numbers prior, and I think the reality is that there's about 17% of licensed drivers on the road are considered older adults. meaning over 65. So, and I think that, you know, there's a lot of takeaways in regards to what you can do. So now you're thinking about this issue, right? At least, I mean, now we know that sadly this situation happened. There's this pending lawsuit going on. People at home and watching this may be saying, well, Scott, Lisa, what can I do? What can I do about that? I mean, you know, is this my doctor's responsibility? Is it my responsibility to say I'm unfit to drive at a point? And so I do have some takeaways. So I'll share a few things that you can look at. Everything from exercising regularly to increase strength and flexibility, and these come right from the Center for Disease Control. I believe these were some of the main folks that had said these are some of the things that you can plan on doing. You can drive during the daylight. You can have your routes pre-planned for you. You can leave a large following behind the car in front of you. And then one thing that I think Lisa and I both found interesting was that you find the safest route with well-lit streets, and you have intersections with left turn arrows.
That was really interesting, because I think I'd mentioned to you in the past that I have a friend I used to work with whose mother was killed at an intersection that did not have a left-hand turn arrow, because, you know, you have to inch out, and it's really a judgment call whether you're going to zoom through or you're going to wait.
That's right.
So yeah, I don't know, they should have more left-hand turn intersections.
Yeah, it's
that could be
dangerous.
another show.
It could be. It's dangerous, and there's pieces there. So so these are, you know, a few takeaways that you can look at in regards to safer driving. So here's where I think we're at now for upcoming shows. We would love to see you interact with us again, comment. This is going to be posted on Facebook. You can comment, right, Lisa? They can comment right there.
They can comment right there.
They can comment right there. And they can say, we'd love to see your interaction. We'd love to see your thoughts on this particular story. And then in future Tree Talk episodes, which will be Tuesdays at 3 o'clock, right? So there's the plug for future shows. We'd love for you to come into the Tree Talk session and let us know what you think. And again, you can send us an email at treetalk@glenner.org. You can comment on the Facebook page. We're going to have guests on here in the future, right, Lisa? We're all about guests.
Have guests. Yep. Can we say who's next week?
We shouldn't say. It's going to be a surprise.
Huge secret.
Yeah, it's a
you won't want to miss it.
Secret. That's right, a secret guest. But this is, again, this show is really for our viewers, and we appreciate the opportunity to come in front of you every Tuesday and just talk a little bit about these issues. And I think one of the things that we really want to do is create that dialogue. We certainly want to be a resource for you know, anybody that's viewing us right now from that needs services and needs.
And certainly, if there are any questions about the Glenner Memory Care Center specifically and what we do, just let us know.
Let us know. Absolutely. So so that's going to wrap it up for the first episode of Tree Talk. So I want to thank you again for joining us. We saw a few people viewing us today, which is great, and seeing this engaging dialogue that we have. But we're going to keep having the dialogue, and we're going to keep talking about different issues. And again, give us the suggestions, and we'd love to see that. So for Lisa, I'm Scott, and we're signing off, and we'll catch up with you on the next Tree Talk. All right, we'll see you later.